Guys, I've got a brand new buggy to show you. This is the RZX by Rage RC. This is courtesy of Florida RC Outlet here in Jacksonville, Florida. If you guys get a chance, stop in and see them. The place is absolutely awesome. So right now I'm going to open this up and show you guys what's in the box, and then take it outside and rip some donuts or something. Who knows? May even jump. Something. So when you open up the package, this is pretty much what you get. You get a decent little radio with the batteries. You get the manual, and then of course you get this. Now this has a 2350 kV motor. It is a regular 1/8 size motor, and this flips up so you can have access to the interior, which is right hand drive. The ESC appears to be a Hobbywing Max 6, but it looks like they've put their own stickers on it. So standard Max 6, which means if it truly is a Max 6, it's actually good for 8S, even though the 2350 kV motor is not. And the box and manual states that this is a 4S vehicle. So with that, I'm going to stay on 4S. One of the things that really catches my eye is this. Let me move the radio out of the way. Look at this right here. That front end is not connected to anything. And you guys know as well as I do, when you flip this thing over and it skids on the roof, that is probably going to get ripped off. So I want you guys to see that. Tires look fairly good. Standard front Baja looking tires. 17mm hexes. Rear tires look fairly good. So let's go ahead and open the top on this and get the interior out, because that's where your batteries go. To get the interior out, you got 4 levers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go ahead and get these flipped out here. With the levers up, let's go ahead and pull the interior out. It is a little bit tight in there. There it is. Guess I need to practice how to pull the interior out. Pretty beefy interior. And now you can see where the 2S batteries go. Right down in there. That is the actual chassis. It does actually have a really nice chassis to it. So that's nice and beefy there. So now we can get a better look at the ESC and the motor. Gear cover, which I'm going to pull that off and take a look at the gears in it. Go ahead and take a look at this real quick. ESC 160 amps, BEC 6 amps, max 25 amps, 3 to 6S LiPo. Does that mean it's got a 25 amp BEC in it? Wow, okay. Probably not going to test that. But anyway, sure looks like a Max 6 to me. And if it is, it's actually good to 8S. Now, if you're familiar with the HPI Baja 5B, this probably looks a little bit familiar. Got a big giant spur gear in your pinion gear, motor, and pretty much that's it. But this is smaller and easier to carry and get out and play with. But I am going to remove the pinion gear cover and at least take a look at the gears that are in here. Here's your pinion gear and spur gear. Now, it's a little bit odd to see grease on the pinion and spur. However, this is a really good sign that the rest of the transmission has got lubrication in it. So, although this will sling off pretty quickly, I mean, you can see right there. So, I mean, still, that's a really good sign that the rest of this car has got grease in it. With this shot, you can see the bell crank and a few other bits and pieces. It is two-wheel drive, so obviously there's no front drive shaft. See if we can get way down in here. Oh, there's your servo. A simple lay-down design. Not really that bad. Lots of ribbing for support. Now the front suspension is actually pretty standard. You do have some nice beefiness right there. Some nice metal to help hold everything together. The suspension arms are set up halfway up the spindle. That way you get better ground clearance. Looks good. Nice and beefy. Let's take a look at the rear suspension. Rear suspension is pretty standard. Got some adjustments on the shock tower, which is a resin or plastic of some kind. Suspension arms are pretty standard. Go ahead and take a look there. Not too bad. Maybe they're a little more flexible and can absorb the hits. Maybe there's some special plastic that's super duper strong. Front suspension arms. So, I mean, overall the vehicle does look fairly good. You got a full, legit, usable spare tire. So, let's go ahead and get this thing outside. Got the car out in the yard for a quick run. One thing I noticed with this is it has a steering gyro. So with it being two-wheel drive, having a steering gyro is really a needed thing. So let's go ahead and see what this thing's got. So guys, there was a drive with the RZX. All in all, it's a fairly good car. It does kind of jump nose high on the bicycle ramps, which that actually is a good thing for when you're actually driving this. The front has a tendency to stay up rather than plowing into the ground. That's a good thing. So 4S got 40 miles per hour in my yard, grass yard. So that's not bad. 6S would obviously make it run a little bit better, but book says 4S, so that's what I'm going to stay with. So the top stayed in place, nothing broke on it, and all in all, I think it's a fairly decent vehicle for that. So guys, hopefully you liked the review, you liked the jumping and the playing around with the car. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share.